This is the Multi-Orgasmic Millionaire Podcast, the only sex podcast for 7- and 8-figure conscious leaders who want to embody their pleasure and have the best sex of their lives. I'm Tilly Storm, top 20 sex coach in the world, and your host today. Welcome back. Happy holidays. It's almost New Year's, and it's Tilly Storm here to share with you 4 steps to manifest your 2023 relationship goals. I'm excited to share with you all about how to do that. I know this is an important time of the year for a lot of people to really reset and get clear about what they want to create for this upcoming year. So I am going to share with you the top 4 things that I could suggest for you to manifest the ideal relationship and sex life of your dreams this upcoming year. Well, if you're listening to this in 2023, you know what I mean. All right, the first one is to start a weekly standing appointment style date night, no matter what, with your partner. No talking about work or kids is allowed in your weekly date night. I discussed a little bit about date nights and how important they are in a previous episode. I honestly don't remember the number, so I can't cite it, but it's probably about 20 or 30 episodes back. And in this episode, I was sharing, a little bit about what my partner and I have done ever since we started dating. And while you definitely come across times where it's super challenging to create a date night and to stick to the plan, it's the times when it's the hardest to stick through it that you need it the most. And it's also something that has massively helped keep attraction, chemistry, and connection going in our relationship for the 2.5 years we have been together. So the amazing part of this is that when you do go on your date nights and you pick the same time, same day every single week, and you switch between who plans the date, and you aren't allowed to speak about work or kids, because these are the 2 things that don't create attraction, chemistry, and connection in your relationship. They actually kill it. So when you're doing your date night, you want to keep the conversation around more meaningful things that you talked about when you were first dating, and not so much about all of the stupid shit going on in your life that really bores you, that drains you, that makes you want to complain and bitch about it. So in the Epic Sex and New Year's bonuses, my Ignite Your Desire package, which goes away January 3rd, I extended the date because there weren't enough call times available to fit everyone in. So I've extended it through January 3rd, which is literally the last day to sign up for Sex Goddess 2.0 and get all of the bonuses. You're going to be getting my Ignite Your Desire package. And in this package, you're going to get my date night conversation starter swipe file. And this is just a bunch of conversation starters that will spark meaningful conversations between you and your partner. So you're talking about stuff that actually matters, that's interesting, that builds chemistry, connection, and attraction and desire, and doesn't leave you end up talking about work and kids in your life every single freaking day. So these are the things that when you first started dating were super exciting and really piqued your interest in your partner. But over time, that stuff tends to stop. And if we don't put an effort into talking about things that really light us up and really matter to us, then it's going to be very challenging to maintain desire, attraction, and chemistry with your partner over the long haul. So start a weekly standing appointment style date night, no matter what. Stick to it. Get a babysitter every week if you have kids. Make sure they understand same time, same day, every single week, and stick to it. All right, the second step to manifest your 2023 relationship goals is to learn and incorporate the passion trifecta into your date nights and in your day-to-day life. What is the passion trifecta, Tilly? Well, it is the 3 elements that create passion in relationships that will go away, absolutely, if you do not actively incorporate them into your day-to-day life and in your relationship. And the 3 things that keep passion alive in long-term relationships are mystery, obstacle, and novelty or naughtiness. So the first one is mystery, the second one is obstacle, the third one is novelty, something new or something naughty. So you can do this by planning and choosing date nights that are movement and adventure based, that get you trying new things, that put obstacles in the way. Maybe you both get a separate Airbnb or hotel room for the night, and then you meet up and do some fun activities together. But where it gets you out of the everyday environment, it gets you out of the doing the same things all the time, being in the same environment all the time, and it creates more adventure and movement. So scientific studies have actually shown that when there is obstacle involved, there is more chemistry. When you're away from your partner, you're usually longing and pining for them. You're building anticipation for the next time that you meet up. And when you're dating, this is generally something that keeps it super erotic and that really turns people on, is that distance makes the heart grow fonder, right? So creating obstacle in the way. So back to those scientific studies, there was one that was done around how two partners were across the room from each other, and they had one partner walk towards the other, and there was no obstacle involved, and it didn't create any chemistry or turn on for the receiving partner. But when you put an obstacle in the way, such as having one partner walk across some old rickety bridge towards the other, then the receiving partner experienced more chemistry and turn on just from the obstacle being there in the way. So it's super easy to lose the elements of mystery, obstacle, and novelty and naughtiness in long-term relationships. In fact, unless you actively incorporate and try and put effort and time and attention into incorporating these elements into your date nights and in your everyday life, you are going to lose desire, attraction, and chemistry towards your partner over time. I have been guilty of it myself in my own relationship, and it sucks. But look, this is why it's so important to have a wake-up call and really understand that it's going to behoove you to create and get creative about how you can start weaving in more mystery, obstacle, and new things into your relationship now rather than later, when it might be too late, or you've neglected your relationship for so long and you've neglected putting any time and attention that you're driven so far apart that now there's so much resentment built up, you two can't even get yourself to agree on a date night, on what day and time, and there becomes communication and connection issues, all of that sort of stuff. So in my chemistry and connection building date night cheat sheet, you will be able to easily craft fun and exciting dates that get you both in the mood without having to reinvent the wheel, do lots of planning or online research, all of that, because I've already done all of that work for you. The only way that you can get that cheat sheet, it's part of the Ignite Your Desire package. The only way you can get it is to book a call and sign up for Sex Goddess 2.0 by January 3rd. It's part of the Ignite Your Desire package. That one goes away on January 3rd. This will not be available past that date, and it is not for sale. It is not a freebie or an opt-in. You can't get it. So the only way you can is to book the call and talk with me about signing up for Sex Goddess 2.0. That's my 5 months to total freedom in the bedroom coaching program. It's a private coaching program now. And this is where I am working with you for 2.5 months approximately alone, and building up your own level of self-care, your own intentional self-pleasure practice, really working with you deep into whatever your blocks and obstacles are around your own pleasure and desire and attraction and chemistry. And then about halfway through the program, we will bring in a willing partner. You do not have to have a willing partner. Maybe you're single, that's okay. But about halfway through the program, if you have a partner and they would like to join the sessions, we will bring your partner in to do more of a couple style. And I found that this is a really, really great way to work with people. Working with couples without having worked with them one-on-one first is not effective. There are absolutely people out there who that works for them. That is not how I work with people. There is just too much that I've got to work with someone who lacks desire, who isn't experiencing or prioritizing their pleasure. There's too much of your own personal blocks that we get to work through before I can even think about bringing in a partner to create change and transformation. So that's why I do it the way I do it, and it is super, super effective. So if you want to take me up on the Ignite Your Desire package and book a call and sign up for Sex Goddess 2.0, you can do that at the link in the show notes. All right, now on to the third step to manifest your 2023 relationship goals. You've got to prioritize self-care and a healthy amount of solo time away from your partner. So this goes back to what I just said earlier, distance makes the heart grow fonder. But also, neglecting your relationship by staying too busy, being too tired and depleted all the time, that's not okay either. What I find is that most couples have a difficult time finding a balance of together time versus alone time. Most couples will find themselves either spending too much time together or not enough time together, and it's hard to find a happy medium. But if you want to spark chemistry, attraction, and desire with your partner, you want to ensure that you're both prioritizing self-care, your intentional self-pleasure practice, and finding a healthy balance between spending time with yourself, doing things that light you up, and then doing things with your partner that light both of you up. So a lot of people get into relationships and kind of lose themselves in it. They're building the relationship identity, and they often forget what's really important to them and kind of have that self-sacrificing thing going on. That's not helpful for attraction, chemistry, and desire. So don't let that be you. But having and maintaining your own hobbies and self-care regime, and even hanging out and having your own group of friends, it's super important in maintaining the attraction, chemistry, and desire. But if you're someone who overschedules yourself because probably somewhere unconsciously you think that staying busy is a way to prove your worth and your value, which is super common these days, or if you constantly battle feeling too tired and depleted because you're doing too much, you're probably neglecting your relationship and putting unnecessary strain on it, driving your partner further from you and you further from your partner. So you want to find a healthy way to maintain balance by going through my self-care checklist. That's part of the Ignite Your Desire package, and ensure that you're taking care of your personal and your relationship needs and putting your pleasure first. This checklist is part of the package that's only available as part of the Epic Sex New Year bonuses, and it will go away on January 3rd. So if you want it, then take me up on it now by booking a call. And when you book the call, we'll talk about whether you're a good fit for Sex Goddess 2.0. And if you sign up, you will get the bonus. All right. The fourth way to manifest your 2023 relationship goals are to learn you and your partner's unique path to turn on and pleasure. Virtually no one got a pleasure education and the necessary education to maintain a happy and satisfying sex life over the long haul. So many couples, what is their biggest issue? Mismatched libido, not knowing what their partner wants, struggling to know what they want for themselves, lack of connection, lack of chemistry, lack of desire, lack of attraction, all of these things. And if you don't know your own path to turn on and pleasure, how the hell do you think you're going to talk to your partner about it, much less be able to show them what works for you? We just somehow expect that sex should just happen, and that if it doesn't happen naturally and it becomes difficult after a while, then maybe we just aren't meant to be together. And that's total bullshit. There's absolutely a way to create everything and to learn pleasure in a way that you learn your partner's unique path to turn on, you learn your own, and stop expecting that either of you should just know without talking about it. You can't read each other's minds. And I feel that there's just this huge expectation on our partner to know how to turn us on, to know what to do. And then resentment gets built when they don't. And the truth is they can't, because they can't read your freaking mind. Okay. So y'all got to stop with this. You've got to learn your own path to turn on and pleasure and be willing to learn your partner's. And the best way to do this is by diving into the erotic languages. So the erotic languages are just like the 5 love languages, but they are for your sex life. So it's like the erotic languages are for your sexuality. And they just go by, the concept that we all get turned on in different ways, and learning how the body really responds to different types of touch. It's super important for learning what really works for your partner and what works for you. So in the Ignite Your Desire package, that is only available if you book a call and sign up for Sex Goddess 2.0 by January 3rd, you will get a recorded video training of how to conduct an erotic touch test on your partner. So this is something that you're going to set aside about 45 minutes to do for each of you. So one of you is going to be the receiver of the touch test. The other is going to be the giver, and it'll take about 45 minutes. And then another day, or maybe if you have a long time to do it, then you can switch, and total it'll take you about an hour and a half. So You'll have all sorts of tools set up, all household objects, everything you need you can find in your house. You could go out to the dollar store or the sex toy store and find some super nice, amazing things to use for the experience, but it's absolutely unnecessary. So this isn't something you have to go out and, buy or get yourself to the sex toy shop. You don't need to do all those things. But the touch test is just where you're testing different types of touch based on the different erotic languages and finding out the types of touches that actually work to create turn on and pleasure for your partner and what works for you. So you're both learning, oh, this is my path to turn on. This is my partner's path to turn on. Holy crap, I've been with them 10, 15 years and I didn't even know. So if part of your 2023 relationship goals consist of creating more chemistry, attraction, and desire for your partner and having a more satisfying sex life and relationship, then I highly encourage you to take me up on the Ignite Your Desire package. This is one of the 4 bonuses that's going on now through January 22nd. Each week, one of the bonuses will go away. The last bonus will go away on January 22nd. So right now you can get all 4 of them. I've extended it because it was January 1st and now I'm putting it on January 3rd because it didn't have enough call times open over the New Year week because I was traveling a lot. So I've opened up the call times through January 3rd. So if you book last minute, you can still get in and still take me up on all 4 of the bonuses. I haven't even told you about the other 3. I tell you what they are in the previous episode of this podcast, but you can go and listen to that if you'd like to find out the other 3 bonuses. And I'm also going to be sharing way more about the other 3 bonuses in the next several episodes of the podcast. So stay tuned to learn all about the amazing, epic things you can get. It would really be silly for you not to at least book the call. I have never, ever, ever offered anything of this high caliber and this amount of value. Literally, these bonuses alone are worth the cost of working with me through the Sex Goddess 2.0 5 months of total freedom and the bedroom private coaching program. So it's like you're getting 2 things for 1. So book the call at the link in the show notes and let's set up a time to discuss whether this is the right program for you, whether or not I can help you out. There are only 5 spots available and I already have 3 offers on the table for people already and just waiting to hear back from them whether or not they are in or not. So you better get it in because we might not even make it through January 22nd with the bonuses. If we get all 5 spots filled, you're going to have to wait and I can't take any more than that at this moment. So, all right, my loves, thanks so much for tuning in and I wish you the best. I wish you all of the amazing, epic relationship goals and sex goals you have for 2023 and I hope to help you get there. I know that for a lot of you, I probably can help you get there and I want to help you get there, even if it just means listening to the podcast and consuming everything that's here for you already because there's so much. All right, loves, take care and have an amazing new year. Bye. Want to become an embodied sex goddess? Of course you do. Take the Sex Goddess quiz today and find out how. Click link in show notes or head to bit.ly/sex goddess quiz to get started.